Hello, welcome to today's class. This is Emmacom Studio. In this class, you are going to be learning how to use Photoshop. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and also share to others. And then if you have any questions, any compliment, you can drop it in the comment section. So today we are going to be focusing on 5 things. I'm going to be teaching you 5 things, how to do 5 different things in Photoshop. So the first one is how to cut using selection tools. The selection tools, we have 3 in the previous classes. I talked about selection tools. We have 3 different sets of selection tools in the tools areas of the Photoshop. We have 3 different sets. So one of the things we use the selection tools to achieve is to cut out a part of a text, a shape, or an image. So we are going to practicalize it now. We are going to do the practical now. So how do you cut using your selection tools? I want to cut out a part of an image. So how do we do it? Let's go. So I'm going to draw a shape. This is a shape tool right below your text tool. Your text tool is the tool that has this symbol of capital letter T. So I'm going to draw a shape. And then one thing you should note that for you to use selection tool to cut out a part of your image, your shape, your text, one thing you need to know and put in mind is that you need to rasterize your layer. You need to rasterize that particular layer. So if it's a shape, first thing you do is to convert it to smart objects. I'm going to be telling us in number 3 about smart object. So you convert the shape to a smart object, then you right click again on that particular layer, and then you see the rasterize option, and rasterize it. So we'll go to any of the selection tools. After the move tool, there are 3 set of tools. Those set of tools are selection tools. So I'm going to right click on the first one, which is elliptical marquee tool. That's one I want to use because I want to create something like a circle, a hole in this shape. So I'm going to click and drag. If you are dragging it and then it's doing like this, it's not rounded. If you want it to be rounded, hold down your shift, it's going to be rounded. Then when you are done, remove your hand from your mouse first, and then you remove your hand from the shift to create the selection. So and make sure that layer that you want to cut out a part from it, make sure it's that layer that is selected. Then after you have drawn your selection like this, you can use your navigation buttons to move the selection to your desired point. Then when you are satisfied with the position of your selection, you hold down Control and then you press X on your keyboard. Hold down Control on your keyboard and press X. It's going to cut out that particular area that was selected. So now there is a hole in our shape. So let's see how it looks like. So I'm going to move the shape over across this how to use Photoshop text, and then you find out that there is a hole in the shape. That means that part of the shape has been cut out. Okay, so that's it for shapes. So what if it's a text? What if it's a text that we want to cut? So I'm going to type a text, go to my text tool, click on it to activate it, click inside the canvas to start typing. So let me say cutting 2. That is what I wrote. You can write your own text. So when you're done, you click on the move to. So for text, what you just need to do is to right click, and then you rasterize. You see rasterize type. You click on rasterize type. So when you rasterize the layer becomes flat. We'll talk about that. It becomes flat, and that's where you can be able to cut it. The reason why it's dragging like this is because this option is not selected here. So if you go to the upside, your property bar at the top below your menu, you will see this option here, this link option. You activate it. So whenever your transform mode, just like I said in the previous classes, we have the transform mode. So whenever the transform mode is activated and you want to scale your object, your text or your image, and you want every side of the image to scale at once, what you do, you need to check, see where my cursor is, you need to check this option. You need to make sure it's activated. If it's not activated, every angle of the object is not going to scale at once. So now if I'm dragging, it is going to scale every part at once. Okay, so I'm going to cut. I've already rasterized it, so make sure the layer you want to cut is the layer that is selected on your layer panel. Then you go to the selection tool you want to use. This time I'm going to use the rectangular marquee tool, and I'll draw a selection like this on it. Then I'll hold down my control on my keyboard and press X. So this is how it looks. Very simple and easy. So the next one should be for image. So actually I'm going to insert an image now. For you to insert an image, you go to File menu, scroll down, move down to Place Embedded, click on it to take you to your folders. So you select where you saved the picture you want to cut out. So I'll click on this baby's image, bring it in, then so now the image is in the document, the canvas. So rasterize it, right click on the layer, the baby's image layer, rasterize layer. So now we can cut it, but this time I'm not going to be using the first set of tools. This time I'm going to be using the quick selection tool, or I'm going to use object selection tool, so it will be faster. So I'm going to draw a selection. Like this. So I have to draw the selection again. Okay, I'm going to draw a selection like this around the baby, like this, and like this. So how the quick selection tool works: when you draw a selection around the object you want to select, it will automatically detect the object and then select it. So this is it. So now for me to cut out this baby from this background, I still hold down Control, click on X. So I've successfully cut out the image of the baby from the background. See how it is now. That's it. If I want to paste it, do Ctrl V and paste it. See the baby. The selection the AI made was not so accurate, but this is it. So very easy. Okay, so the next tool The next thing I'm going to be showing you is how to use the magic eraser tool. Number 2, how to use the magic eraser tool. The magic eraser tool is in your toolbox. If you move to your tools, the icon is like an eraser with 3-star dot or 3 dots around it. If you see my cursor, that's a symbol for the magic eraser tool. So if you right click on it, you see eraser tool, background eraser tool, magic eraser tool. So I'm going to select magic eraser tool. So how this works by color difference. So if you want to, you can use it to remove background from an image. Especially if the image color and the background color is different, it's totally different, so it will be very easy. So I'm going to bring in another image, click on file menu, go to place embedded, then let me look for an image that the background and the image contrast is very. But I'm going to bring in this model. Image. Double click to insert it. I press enter to insert it, and click on the move tool. I'm going to rasterize it. Now I want to remove this background. I want to erase this background. The reason why this is going to work, because there's a background now on this image. There's a white background. I want to remove the white background. The reason why it's going to work is because the background is plain white, and then the image has the color of the cloth is pink, and then the face has different color. So the background is different from the image, totally different from the image. So if I click on the magic eraser tool here, the toolbox, now when you click on it, the properties of that particular tool is going to appear at the property bar. So you see different options. So we have the tolerance option. The tolerance option will determine how much the tool is going to detect. It's going to determine the detection of the tool. So if you click, we are using 53. If I should click on the white side, so you see now that it will erase some part of the body of the image. That's because the tolerance is high, and then the background and the cloth is slightly different. There is a slight difference. There is a slight similarity between the image, the cloth, and the white background. So there is a kind of white feel on the cloth. So I'm going to reduce the tolerance so that it's going to reduce the detection of the white. So I do not detect the white that is on the cloth. Then I'll click again. I reduce it to 16. Then I make sure I selected the image on the layer panel, and I'll click that white background. You see it now. This time it didn't remove any part of the image, but it didn't completely remove all the whites in the background. So I'll undo it, hold down Control and press Z. You see, and then I'll increase the tolerance again, this time 23. I'll click again. You see now. So this nice, this nice, this nice. So the white is out, and then the background is there, and then I stick some kind of particles of white in the hair area. So, but that's it. So you just have to play with this tolerance stuff. If you are trying to do it, it's not working, you reduce the tolerance, or if it's not, you can increase or reduce until you get what you are looking for. So that's it for the magic eraser tool. That's how it works. It works when the background is totally different from the object you are trying to cut out. Okay, the next one is smart object. What is a smart object? And the easiest way to explain a smart object is A smart object is like a container, that you put something inside and then you close it. Okay, let's take for instance this milk container, and then you put different things inside the container, and then you apply an oil paint to the body of the container. Now that oil paint you applied, it will be applied on the body of the container, but it will not only affect the content of that container. So everything you do to the body of the container remains on the body, but it doesn't affect the main content in the container. Okay, so how do you convert something to smart object? I'll tell you the importance of using a smart object. So like this, we have this shape at the top side, the shape that is having a hole in the middle, and then this text at the top. So I want to merge these two items together. I'll click on this cutting to text. I've already resized it, so it's no longer a text layer, it's flattened. So click on this text, click on the shape. To create that selection, you can either select from your canvas by holding shift and selecting and clicking on whatever you want to select, and you'll be seeing it in the layer panel that is highlighting them. So I want them to become one, so that I can apply one color to them, apply any effect, if I want to move them, they will move together. If I want to apply any effect, it will have the same effect. So after highlighting them, I right click and then convert to smart object. Now when you convert to smart object, you see there is a kind of box down at the front of the layer, that particular layer. You see a box icon. So if you double click on that box icon, it's going to take you into the container. Just like I told you that a smart object is just like a container, you put things inside. So it will take you into the container where you can edit those items individually, like to adjust them, the size and all that. When you are done, you close that particular tab that opened and you come back. Okay, so now if I want to apply color to this layer, to this smart object layer, I'll just go to FX, color overlay, and then you see the color is being applied to the both at the same time. It's being applied to the both at the same time. So click OK. Okay. So another use of the smart object is that if you are working with an image, just like this image that we have here, now the image on the layer panel is rasterized, so I'm going to convert it to smart object. Okay, I want to apply an effect on this layer. But if I apply the effect on this layer as it is like this, it's in a rasterized format. If I should apply the effect, let's say is a blur effect, if I should apply this effect on this layer, this is how it will look. Okay, if I OK it, now the blur effect has been applied to the layer. So what if I no longer want this blur effect on this layer, or I don't want it to be this blur, and maybe I've already gone ahead to do other changes in the document, so even if I undo, it cannot take me back to that point. So it is advisable that you convert your image to a smart object. When you convert it to a smart object and you apply a filter, this is how it will look. So I'll convert it now. Right click, convert it to a smart object. Okay, and now we go to filter, blur, Gaussian blur, then I'll apply the Gaussian blur effect. Okay, now see the way the thing appears. Smart filter, then see the Gaussian blur. So if I uncheck this visibility icon, the blur effect will go out. If I check it back, the blur effect will be applied again. So it makes your changes not to be permanent. That's one of the uses. Makes the changes, the filters, smart filters that you apply to your image, not to be permanent. You can uncheck it at any time. You can double click on the name Gaussian blur, and then you can adjust the blur effect. You can adjust the blur effect. So that is how it is. So the next thing I said I was going to show you, the next thing on our list is Layer Mask tool. The Layer Mask tool is a very nice tool. One of the things we can use it to do is to erase part of our document. We use it to apply effects, just like the word marks. When you hear the word mark, it's something that you use to cover the written, though the written is still there. Just like if you wear a mask on your face is still there. Your look, the way your face looks, or your normal looks is still there, but when you wear a mask, it covers that particular look. But at any point in time, if you remove the mask, you still see your original look. So that's it. You still see your original face once you remove the mask. So when we use a layer mask, we can remove the layer mask at any point in time and then still have our original. We still have the original look of our image. So now I want to, one of the things we use the layer mask to do, as this image is now, I want to see the way this down part of the image, the downside, you see the way it's very sharp, very sharp. If I'm doing a flyer, I want to use this image, I want to blur out this part. I'll just go to the particular layer, select it, and this is the layer mask icon. After the FX option, you see the layer mask icon. After the FX option, you see the layer mask icon at the bottom of your layer panel. When you click on it once, but first click on the layer that you want to apply to them. Click on layer mask icon once. When you click on it, this this box with a white color is going to appear as having a link to your image. So how you do it is you combine it with the brush tool. Then you click on your brush tool. Look at my cursor, this is the brush tool. You click on your brush tool. Then if your cap lock, this one is showing this, it's supposed to be showing around like circle. This one is showing like you've got the cap lock. My cap lock is on, so I'll off the cap lock, and then it's supposed to show like this. Then you can use this bracket that is close to your P later in your keyboard. The bracket that is close to your P on your keyboard to reduce and increase the size of the brush. So how do I erase this part? Since here is white, the box here is white. If I want to erase this part, I'll make sure that my color, the color at this toolbox area, the color at the top side, I'll make sure that it's black. So when I left click and drag, it will fade that part. And then also make sure you're using a soft brush. Make sure you're using a soft brush. You see, if you observe this brush I'm using, the hardness is 0. Make sure you're using a soft brush so that it's going to look like this. Make sure your brush is soft. To see something like this, see what I'm doing? I'm brushing this part of the image. I'm brushing it. It looks like I'm erasing it. So I've erased those parts, and then it's looking smooth because I'm using a soft brush. So in a case like this, I have applied the layer mask to this, and this layer mask effect. What if I want to? I don't want this thing to be like this again. I'll just simply go to the image and layer panel. Right click on that white box, I click on the layer marks, I click on it and delete layer marks, or you can disable it. You see the way your image was before. I enable it back, and I click delete layer marks to go back. So that's what I was trying to explain. So what if I want to bring it back? Maybe I don't want to, I still want the effect, but maybe the brush, I over brushed it, brushed some areas that I'm not supposed to brush. Since here is white and then you're using black color to erase, what you do to reveal those areas back is to make this color to be white, make the color to be white. So it's white here and it's white here. So when you start brushing now, instead of erasing, it's going to be revealing the parts that you have erased before. So that's how layer mask works. That's how layer mask works. So the last two apps I was going to teach you was the zoom tool. The zoom tool. So the zoom tool is below the shape tool. If you click on it once, you are going to activate it. We have in the property bar, we have the plus, which is to zoom in. The minus is to zoom out, and resize to fit window. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom all windows. So that's the zoom. And then another way to zoom is to use Control minus on your keyboard. Control plus, Control minus, Control plus. Hold down Control, press your minus or your plus, minus, plus to zoom in and zoom out. Then use Control 0 to zoom it to fit your window. Use Control 0 to zoom it in to fit your document window. So that's it for today. See you in the next class. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe to this channel to get more of my videos, get more of my tutorials. If you have any questions, you can drop it in the comment section. Have any compliment, you can drop it in the comment section. If you want to download Photoshop, you don't know how to download it, you just indicate in the comment section. Yes. See you in the next class.